Now, going back to what you're talking about not all of you being black, you're so quick to claim queer people who look like me and then separate these people from the rest of us and tell them that they are not one with us, but they have the same texture of hair as me. They have what you call, quote unquote, kafarara. I want you to open this thing that was given to you for free by the universe that you call God. Before you start reporting my post again, this thing was not even about you being black, because I'm not stupid. I know that all of you are not black. And frankly, I do not care. What I was addressing, it was the usage of calling a black person a KAFF. That was what I was addressing. Now, going back to what you're talking about not all of you being black, you're so quick to claim queer people who look like me and then separate these people from the rest of us and tell them that they are not one with us, but they have the same texture of hair as me. They have what you call, quote unquote, kafarara. Their skin tone is not really that different from mine. Thing is, even when you do have European blood in you, that does not make you European. Because if it did, then you would have been clarified as Europeans. If you were clarified as Asians, you would have been Asians. But there's no category for you, yeah? So please, before educate yourself about your own community. Because when you look like a DNA tester that you tested all colored people to come to the conclusion, Oguti, a lot of colored. Do you know how many colors are in this country? Do you? The colored is used in this country as a race and an ethnicity. That is to show you, Uguti, there is no clarification of race for you, but colored. I'm trying to tell you, Uguti, if you would go to any European country, you would struggle and you would have to choose which one you are. And on that note, please stop using our queer people. Because as you can see, you were the DNA tester for all colors. And then you want to justify them insulting me. You won't get away with that with me. Okay? Try next door. And also, check your neighborhoods. What I'm trying to tell you, Uguti, you're not that different. You're not that separated from that thing that you want to separate yourself from, blackness. Otherwise, your life would have been better too. But yet, you were pushed next to black towns and black areas. And then your houses were built in a similar structure as black houses. But you're not black. White settlers don't care about that. That's why they put you there. To them, they don't care. It's you trying to force them to care, but they don't. I'm going to say this again in the most polite way that I can. I did not make that video to group and clarify colors as black people. I was mainly addressing the usage of the word, you are a plain, simple, swart kafir. That word, using it to make me feel of a lesser human being than you as a colored. What I also was trying to do was remind you of your circumstances as a colored person in this country. You don't have a racial clarification. Your race was created from apartheid and colonization. Whether you're black or not makes no difference, because if you were white, you would have been classified as white. If you were Asian, you were classified as Asian, and so forth. That's not the case with you. I'm trying also to remind you of the similar life circumstances that a colored person lives in South Africa that are no different from that of a black person. Your townships, your communities are both infected with the same diseases, drugs, and the problems that black people have. They're no different. And trust me, I've done my research on this. I have a township where I come from. I live next to the colored community. It's just to show you, as a colored person, that whiteness does not care whether you are Asian, Indian, or whatever you're mixed with. To them, you are second to black. That is why you live next to black communities. Because if it was any different, you would have lived with them. And Cape Town is no different from this fact. Goodbye. Calling me a gaffer knowing that's what they call you sounds like you're the dumb one. I'm going to remind you that I'm not the one seeking validation from whites. I'm not the one with white blood in my veins and I'm being ignored because I'm a breed. I'm not the one with mommy issues and daddy issues because both of them did not want to acknowledge you because of your race. Oh wait, your race again was created during apartheid. In Europe, they don't have such thing as colored. We have it here to accommodate a breed. Remember, that's what white settlers called you, Gafarinki, because they saw you as beneath them. And they would use people like you to feel better about themselves. Because after what the British did to white Afrikaners, you were the seemingly better option to tease. You're gonna argue with the people, then you might as well argue with the South African system, because this system, we inherited it. We did not create it as black people. So this is what the South African system says about race, ethnicity, and nationality. Going on the Labour website, it says that your race is colored. It also states that your ethnicity is also colored, and your nationality would be South African. This was simply done because some people did not know their ethnicity because they had a combination of all. They would strictly clarify as colored, as ethnicity. You can just pause to read the rest. So since the apartheid system never went away, it was carried over into our democratic society, your ethnicity by default is colored. So my race is African/Black, ethnicity Bapedi or Zulu, and I'm South African.